Hello and welcome to another Pioneer League. My name's Tandy, and today I'm going to be playing a little bit of a Jeskai Ascendancy combo. For those of you unaware, Jeskai Ascendancy, an enchantment from Khans of Tarkir block. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get a +1/+1 buff until end of turn, and then they untap. Also, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So, long story short, Jeskai Ascendancy allows you to play a bunch of cheap one-mana things, and then basically untap your mana producing creatures and then cast a bunch of stuff and pump all your stuff essentially infinity and attack for large chunks of damage. There's also a smaller way to do it by playing 0 mana artifacts and a little card called Retraction Helix. Retraction Helix is a 1 mana instant. Until end of turn, target creature gains tap, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So what Jeskai Ascendancy essentially does here with Retraction Helix is make my Phalange Archaeologist have the ability, and then we tap the Archaeologist, bounce Mox Amber, play Mox Amber, trigger Jeskai Ascendancy, untap the Archaeologist, rinse, repeat, right? So we get infinity loots, infinity buffs. Both abilities here are sorry, the ability to loot is also a May, so it's not going to deck you automatically, but you can loot your whole deck if you want to. And what that ends up doing is it lets you find a legendary creature like Emery, which can start letting Mox Amber generate mana if you need to. You can also find Bitter Reunion and cast and activate, giving future things haste, like tokens from Saheeli, tokens from Third Path Iconoclast. There's a lot of really sweet stuff you can do in this deck. The additions of this from this archetype of Mishra's Research Desk, a new card that lets you kind of churn through your deck, but also has Unearth, works really nicely alongside Emery, Lurker of the Lock. It's a great card to bring back. This format doesn't have Mishra's Bauble, so Emery has something new now to bring back that actually can be churned every turn for card advantage for very, very cheaply. The rest of the deck is your normal Jeskai stuff. We got Dig Through Time. We got Consider. We have Portable Hole. Portable Hole works nicely as a removal spell that also helps reduce the cost of Emery because it's an artifact. All these also trigger Jeskai Ascendancy. We're playing 2 copies of Tormod's Crypt in the main deck as another 0 mana thing that works with Retraction Helix, but it also sometimes exiles your opponent's graveyard, so it has some amount of value. I might play 4 Mox Amber before I play any Tormod's Crypt because it's almost primarily just to be a combo piece. But we'll see how often the Tormod's Crypt thing pops up. Now, one thing to note also is that maybe you don't want to play 4 Mox Amber, because if you go turn 1 Mox Amber Tormod's Crypt, you can play a turn 1 Emery. And if you have 2 Mox Amber, that's not possible because they're legendary. So something to keep in mind and something maybe worth checking out. Sideboard, we got 3 copies of Soul Partition. I'm actually unsure exactly what matchup this is for. This is my first time playing the deck, and this is a copy list from a 5-0 from a player who's had success with this archetype multiple times in the last couple weeks with 5-0s. Mostly, I think we can use it to just exile an opposing creature, but if our opponent goes to target and kill our own thing, we can just blink it in response and save it. Again, not exactly sure what this is for. If someone in chat says something that makes sense, I'll believe them. 3 copies of Silence. This will protect you from counterspell decks, so you can play this preemptively. You can also use it defensively against things like Lotus Field. We got 2 copies of Portable Hole, 2 copies of Radiant Flame, 2 copies of Rending Volley. These are all for our creature-based matchups where we need to be way more interactive. And then last but not least, we have Third Path Iconoclast, the new Young Pyromancer variant that triggers off of artifacts. This card is going to be a nice little sideboard juke to give us some more ways to win the game that isn't comboing. That's going to help us beat weird specific hate cards, graveyard hate cards, things like that. All right, that is Jeskai Ascendancy combo. Let's go ahead and get to the league and see what happens. I'm going to keep this hand because we have, roughly half the combo. But I want to see how good Phalange Archaeologist is. I think it's very good. Chad, you ever get a cat hair up your nose and it's like, jeez. How am I supposed to deal with this? I'm going to play the Otawara instead of the Riverglide because this might have to be on red to cast Jeskai Ascendancy. Do we take the Dig or the Mox? The Mox is pretty good, actually. And we have another Archaeologist. The Dig is good too, though, so it's kind of tough. Next turn, we play Mox Amber, Emery, Archaeologist. We'll take the damage here. Does that look sick? I agree. I think that looks pretty sweet. But Mox and Case Thalia. Probably good, yeah. Probably should have. Hit some stuff. I guess we Jace because we can dig next turn. Archaeologist is good too. I think all are reasonable. Next turn we can kind of loop Mox Amber to gain a mana off the Emery. Well, we'll see how bad the matchup is, Digital. If I'm losing playing normally, then we might do some stuff with Silence to try to buy us a turn. All right, so they're going to make 2/3 power creatures. We're just going to take the 6 and probably die to Brave the Elements next turn, but we can use Retraction Helix defensively if we need to. Hopeful Initiate. Okay. Maybe it's the land. Maybe it's just Consider. Okay, so I think we just loop now, right? So we take Jeskai, Ascendancy, Saheeli. Anywhere's fine. We go this. White, red, blue. This should be game. As long as I don't mess up. All right, so we can go Retraction Helix on Archaeologist as well. Then we go bounce you. Cast this. Easy. We did it with Jace to spare. All right, some Radiant Flames coming in, some Running Volleys, some Portable Holes. We just want to be a lot more interactive. We can use Third Path also to play defense if we need. They'll probably have stuff like Brudicathar in their deck still. So if we want to bring in a lot more interaction, I think we can trim the Jaces. We can trim a Mox Amber. I want to keep 2 Tormod's Crypts. All right, maybe we trim Tormod's Crypts and keep the Mox Ambers. Just go a little lighter on the combos. Cut a Dusk. We cut a Bitter. Bitter is kind of weak in the matchup. Maybe I'll cut both Bitters and TPI. I like a lot of this stuff, but maybe because we're Radiant Flamesing, the TPIs are worse. Maybe that's right. We can just win games with TPI though, right? Maybe not. Maybe it's actually kind of hard to win games with TPI in the matchup. So we'll just try my Bitter and a Dusk. Some Crypts. Soul Partition could come into maybe. I don't know. Can't break through the tokens. Yeah, but like I don't think we can win the game. We're basically just being chump block mode. All right, so we have blue and then red white, and we have portable hole. We have some good stuff going on here. We can go turn 1 hole, turn 2 Dusk Emery. That's pretty sick. If they don't play a 1-drop, we'll start with Dusk, and then turn 2 we can go hole plus Emery. Shave a Dig? Yeah, they might have Rip. Maybe that's worth. Maybe we need it because they have Rip. Maybe I'll save the portable hole then. For like Thalia or whatever. I'm gonna take one hit from the recruitment officer because turn 2 is really where their powerful play comes from. If it's just rest in peace, then I definitely want the hole for it, right? Yeah, I like saving the hole too. I was lieutenant. Okay, we'll take the 3. So now we can go portable hole plus Emery though. I think that's fine. All right, now what's the take? I think the take is actually officer because it's just more damage next turn. Maybe we'll find a portable hole. Didn't find an artifact, but we do have consider to dig. We have archaeologist to dig. I kind of need a land though. We can use maybe research desk too. Maybe it was this. Maybe we should have took this. I guess no matter what happens, the recruitment officer would have been similar sizing. It would actually have been bigger this turn, so we'll just take the 3. They might have Brave the Elements. We need to keep that in mind. Would love to draw a land so I can cast Jeskai Ascendancy. Maybe dead to this. They play Jeskai Ascendancy, but doesn't do anything in the face of silence. We'll take the portable hole. We can play it next turn. Do we just play the archaeologist or do I play the research desk and consider? Probably these two. All right. Well, next turn we can hold the deafening silence and then maybe do some stuff. Consider here can maybe dig us for a white source. We might need a second white source next turn. All right, so there are no cards in hand. We'll just play consider. Graveyard the dig. We already have one. Wonder if I should have maybe saved portable hole for one more turn. Maybe I should have played archaeologist on 2. I don't know. All right, so no targets for Emery unless I pop desk. We can look for a white source, but then we can no longer do the thing. I think we're just dead. We can portable hole, but then we can't play another spell unless it targets deafening silence. They have 4 attackers. We can only make 2 blockers. Research desk, I guess, is the only real play. Well, we're just like one turn behind. The deafening silence was definitely good, but good for them, bad for us. Let's go TPI in. I'm gonna cut these bitter reunions. We're gonna trim a dig. And we're just gonna try to use these defensively to buy some time. Because we can deal with their sideboard cards with portable hole most of the time and retraction helix and stuff. This is any non-land permanent, right? Yeah. The problem is we just need to not die, right? Like if we had one more turn there, I think we win pretty easily, but clock plus severe pressure, it's tough to beat. All right, we're gonna play Stevens tapped on 1 because I'm just gonna play TPI on 2. Maybe I should go Vantage actually, and then Running Volley on 1 into TPI on 2 with some portable holes for turn 3. I just want to save it. I should have just played tap Stevens. That was a mistake. Running Volley for their 3 drops pretty important though, I think. Yeah, the old Adeline. Well, now we can portable hole their portable hole and then Running Volley, so that's nice. Maybe just kill the hopefulness shit. Yeah, I'll you're not the first person that said that in the last week, so I'm just gonna get him to reset my code. All right, good. We don't have to take damage anymore, so we'll go portable hole. We'll target there, portable hole. And just say go. All right, well, we're going to running volley just to start filling our graveyard. We got a blocker with this. I'm going to take the 2 damage. I could have taken 1 more damage the other way and then save portable for a different creature. I kind of have to kill this now. Not worried about Brave here. I was kind of hoping they would go for Adeline instead. All right, so red, blue, Iconoclast into Portable Hole. We're going to kill the Hopeful Initiate and then just block the Lieutenant forever. And that way the Hopeful Initiate can never kill my Portable Holes. I'm going to offer the trade. I think I'm far enough ahead that a trade is fine. And there's a good chance that I won't be able to block it next turn if they do a couple things like another Lieutenant and then like another creature. And again, if they want to trade, I'm fine because then they have no board versus my TPI. I get closer to Dig Through Time. Easy game. I know, D-Spark. I'm giving them the business. All right, well, this is going to make it a 3-3. I will offer the trade with TPI and Soldier here just to fill my graveyard. And to just make sure Brave's never a problem. Make sure my tokens actually get some value. All right, 5 cards in hand. Rest in peace. Okie dokie. Does this work? Well, I gotta try, I guess. Let's see. Oh, it does work. That's so sick. I don't know if that's bug or intended. Yeah, it's very similar to another card that I don't remember the name of. How does that work? Because being milled is a quality of the card from Archaeologist, and no matter which zone it's in, so you can still pick a card from the 3 milled as long as they fit the criteria. Is my guess. That's my guess. All right, Dusk. We're probably just gonna kill them this turn or next turn. Yep. You play any more APZ? Not in a little while. All right, we're just gonna slam. There's a lot of damage this turn and next turn. We can just research Dusk. Trade here's okay. They don't even have Brave. Juice, I'm sorry you had a bad day, but I'm glad it's going better, my man. Welcome. We're going to keep this one. We're going to see just how good Saheeli is in this build. All right, we're going to start with blue. I'm going to play a Research Desk. I don't want to consider yet. I want to wait to consider with Saheeli in play, maybe. Maybe not, though. Stitchers. Okay, so they're Greasy. Maybe we'll find a Tormod script real fast. I think there's too many ways to make Jeskai Ascendancy go infinite digital to not just play the infinite stuff. So let's see. So they have the stuff in the graveyard. They, you know, like if they have Greasefang in hand in a land, we're in trouble unless we find Tormod scripts. Okay, well, that was insane. Literal insane top deck chat. All right, let's go ahead and Tormod script them. Bring it back. Cast so good, another token. GG. If I didn't naturally draw it, I was just going to pop Dusk and look for it. Naturally drawing it just lets me play Saheeli and make 2 tokens, which is just insane. Saheeli going to get attacked. We'll just put up some blockers. Our hand is just infinite. Now that we have research decks for Emery, I feel like losing long games is impossible. As long as they don't have a thing that exiles my graveyard, you know? In general, generally speaking, that is. I'm straight up not having a good time. All right, so this is game. Probably. I guess I can still play a land, so I can still play Retraction Helix. So let's go exile your graveyard. It's not technically game, chat. It's not technically game, but I do get to make infinite tokens and have Tormod's Crypts available. We could also just make one of the tokens have haste if we want. Yeah, we can always choose to stop looting whenever we want. Yeah. So we just get infinite tokens. And then if we ever find Mox Amber, we get to make infinite blue. Then we can play a land for turn. We can play Bitter Union and then give everything haste. So we actually had a kill there pretty easily because we had the ability to play a land drop. All right, so they're playing Greasefang. We do want some volleys. Could play Soul Partition. So these 5. Can trim a Helix. A Bitter at least, 1. I just don't want to tap out on my own turn too much. Maybe it's all of them. We just need to get more interactive after sideboard. Maybe JCP can go. Something like this. I think in general JCP is not that great, which makes me want to cut him, but it does work with Mox, so. Portable Hole is actually kind of dog shit. We'll cut those instead. We'll keep the Bitters. Let's cut a Helix and 2 Jaces. We'll keep one of the Helixes. Oh yeah, I guess Helix can do the combo thing and the protection thing. They might have something for my graveyard, so we'll trim a dig. All right, we're going to keep. Pretty solid opener. What do you take? If you're the Grease Fanger, what do you take, chap? Flodge and feel bad? Yeah. I was thinking maybe Bitter Union. Looks like they agree. Peel the JC. If we draw a 0-mana artifact, we can kill them on turn 4 with the Archaeologist and JC and Retraction Helix. I don't know what it is. So I've been away from my cats for like a week now, and I'm coming back. My nose is extremely itchy today. I think I just forgot what it was like to have cat hair on everything you own. My nose just itches like crazy right now. Philogis felt pretty good so far, but I haven't missed yet. I've cast it 2 or 3 times already. I haven't missed yet, and it's felt good. It digs through my graveyard as well. So let's go this on blue. We'll do Archaeologist. We're looking. We're going for a Tormod's Crypt. We're looking. And we found it. Holy jeez Louise. This makes me want to play a 3rd Tormod's Crypt on the sideboard for this exact matchup, because finding it naturally or off of a dig spell has felt extremely good. Surprised they didn't have a disenchant type effect here for it. They shocked and didn't play anything. Thoughtseize. Well, they have to take JAC, but now we have Retraction Helix up as well. We can work Dust, look for Emery. With Find Emery, that'd be sweet. We can look for any sort of card draw spell, dig through time, whatnot. Even another JAC is not too bad. Yeah, it feels really good, digital. It feels clean. Like everything's just kind of working. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. Top two cards, Bitter and Partition. I'll take Bitter. Just gonna go ahead and play it. We'll discard the Hallowed Fountain. At any point that we find JAC, we can bounce this with Retraction Helix, for starters. So the graveyard mattering stuff, not a big deal right now. Tormod's Crypt is locking down their Greasefang combo. They have one thing in the yard. It's not even that scary, though. We have Considered. They've already played two Thoughtseize. We now have Running Volley for Greasefang proper. All right, play another Archaeologist. Probably play Inspiring Vantage, hold up Running Volley, or Consider. And we hit. We'll take... I kind of want to take Research Desk because the Hearse is going to eat in my graveyard here pretty fast. I guess that means they main phase it, though. Unfortunately, we cannot unearth, so it will get eaten. I think Portable Hole is just better for this spot, right? Like, we just cited it out. This is not a card they bring in, and like, this is not a card in this matchup very often, right? Most decks that have a way for me, like Unlicensed Hearse will also want, I want Portable Hole against them, you know? Alright, well, now we can dig. We can just go for the kill as well. Well, JAC is easy. And then we'll do this Song and Dance. If they have a removal spell for the Archaeologist, that's fine, but otherwise this should be lethal. Okay, on the Ascendancy, that's fine. Okay, so we'll loot. I'm gonna pitch a land. I'm going to just bounce the Hearse, I think. We're gonna attack for one. We can still dig next turn. We're gonna dig. We'll take I guess Saheeli and Soul Partition. And we'll just say go. The Soul Partition can save us from the Hearse for a turn. The Hearse isn't that scary. Saheeli's pretty good here. We really just want to find Jeskai Ascendancy. We had to use all our blue, so we couldn't play Consider. And in fact, I think Consider's like has felt the worst of any of the cards we've had so far. Like everything else feels pretty good except for consider. I wonder if there's just another artifact we can play that's okay. Oh, thanks, Tim. It was so good to be home last night. What are the bad matchups for the deck you theorize? Maybe Rakdos, just very hateful after sideboard. Hyper aggressive decks with like Eidolon or Thalia could be problematic, but we did beat a Thalia deck last round. I'm gonna bitter. I'm gonna discard Mox. All right, I'll play Tormods. Do I partition the hearse? I don't think so. I'm just gonna consider. Maybe I should have main phased the consider, but I wanted to hold up partition. So Emery here can force their hand in some spots, maybe. I guess I'll just wait. I can. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'm just gonna dig. I'm gonna wait for them to activate the hearse, and then I'll dig. Due for a haircut soon? You bet your ass I am. The last time I had my haircut, Callie cut it. I messed up. I guess I should have just... I think waiting is okay, actually. Waiting's fine. We can just EOT dig. And then we can main phase the soul partition on this if we need to. We're going to float a mana so I can Rending Volley here before attacks. That way they don't get Chariot coming back. I can still dig through time. No spell pierce 75 is crazy. Is it? So we JC and we Helix. Okay. All right, so red, white, blue, Jeskai Ascendancy. We can go Tormod Script you. And then go infinite that away. This forces them to have a decay for the Ascendancy now, and then I can partition this to protect. With Tryon plus this. Oh, I messed up. Alright, that's fine. I'll let it get exiled. Alright, so we'll go... Do we just say go? Do we just hold a partition to protect Ascendancy for as much long as we can? Like, we have the Helix to go for a kill, but they have 2 cards in hand, and I'm not really sure what they are. And Soul Partition, right? Soul Partition just saves Jeskai Ascendancy. So I can just chill, right? Just wait a turn. I think waiting a turn just fine. Like, it's very hard for us to die because we have Partition, Retraction Helix, and Tormod scripts. Like, we have a wall of anti-Greasefang stuff set up. All right, so let's go Retraction Helix targeting Archaeologists. All right, GG. I'm going to keep this hand and hope that I draw the land. We can play a desk and crack the desk, but I'd rather use the consider. I think it's a little more mana efficient, and we can maybe play archaeologist on 2. Well, now that I drew the land, I think I'll desk here, and then we'll try to just get to... Maybe later we'll get to the point where we can play consider. But consider has been the worst card so far in the deck. So I'm thinking maybe we should just be playing something else. Deck looks sweet. Rakdos was a big problem in Toronto, though. What was the problematic card, if you don't mind my asking? All right, let's play the Archaeologist. Guess we'll take a Retraction Helix because I don't have an option. Yeah, but it feels like it's just there as like a... It just doesn't really do enough is really the problem. I just never feel like I have time to cast it. I always want to play Death so I can get an artifact in play. Play a land tap maybe. Bone Man. Found a land and Jeskai Ascendancy. Do I have to keep Jeskai Ascendancy? I think I just take the land. All right, well, now I want to Helix and bounce Bone Man. Just to save me some life. See if they want to kill it twice. I don't think I want to bounce itself. Just hoping they don't have a land. Just kind of using a Helix as a tempo spell there since we have a backup. If we just take 3, that'll be great. Next turn we can main phase a dig looking for red source. Misery Shadow. Okay, okay. All right, so we found a red source. I think I want to Tormod's Crypt as maybe... I don't know if we'll have time for another Bitter Reunion. Maybe the Otawara can bounce something and help us. Hot Girls, thanks for the Prime sub. Maybe... Is it ever both red sources? Any order. I feel like I'm just gonna die. See, so if they play the land, that's 6-9. All right, we'll go to 1. We'll try to get really lucky and kill them next turn. If we peel Xaxes, maybe we'll do it, but we might... I think we need to have a creature in play to start the chain. Here they can just hit me for 8 and then I'm dead to stomp next turn. All right, see you later, Digital. Portable hole. It's not quite doing it. I don't know that I have a way out. Maybe I need to reunion into 2 things. Emery plus a thing. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Radiant Flame is pretty good in the matchup. Maybe some portable holes to help out with Misery Shadow and the 2-drop. A lot of their stuff just doesn't do anything against me. I'm going to trim at least 1 Retraction Helix. I'm going to trim some Bitter Reunion. This card is very annoying sometimes. Got some Jace VP. And cut a Mox Amber. Maybe get some TPI in there. This looks dope. So far, it's looked pretty sweet, but this matchup might be tough. We'll keep. We'll shock so that we can turn one. Maybe I'll play this on blue, actually. I might not want to shock myself on 2 if I don't have anything to play. So we can go play this on blue, play Consider. If we find a 0-man artifact, we can play Emery on 2. But maybe these should be Terrarians. Maybe they should be anything. Any 1-man artifact, really. Alright, let's see what they take. Thoughtsei's probably going to take Jeskai Ascendancy. Gotta find some deck that beats the Rakdos Menace. Can I interest you in mono green? Can I interest you in Karuga Fires? I do think the Misery Shadow addition to Rakdos is excellent, and I am I would play Rakdos tomorrow if there was an event tomorrow. I would play Rakdos. I will keep this a Healy. It's a pretty good standalone threat. Look and see if we find an artifact to play. I'll keep it because it'll let me interact with them, and it'll trigger these things. We can go turn 3 Jeskai Ascendancy, turn 4 Saheeli Portable Hole. But maybe we just Saheeli instead. Alright, well, luckily we have 2 things that are good here, so no matter what they take, we'll have a good play on 3, and it'll be unlikely they have a way to kill it. They thought he took Emery, which meant they didn't have a removal spell, but that puts them in a little bit of a weird bind. Definitely had fun with it last week. Yeah, I did. It was great. Last week's subjective, though, because I was only here for Monday. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and play it. If they play Go Blank, I'll just ditch these 2. Hope they don't have Dreadbore. Yeah, you get it. Ability Combustion? Yeah, maybe. The Bankman. All right, well, I guess we can take Dig and then shock and play Dig. Probably fine. Research desk is pretty cool. It gives you the ability to sequence in fun ways, which I really like. Fleeger, why? Crew 3. I'm gonna chump block, I think. All right, so definitely JC. Probably Consider. We can take Retraction Helix, but we just don't have the ability to. I guess we can bounce their board. Maybe that's worth. We can take TPI, but then we can't activate again. Maybe it's JC plus Archaeologist. I think all are reasonable. Any of these 3, I think, are fine. All right, and then I'll probably Portable Hall on the Bankman. They have very few cards in hand. I probably just kept Consider. This Retraction Helix just looks like shit now. All right, well, whatever. GG. Doesn't matter. All right, we're going to keep. We're on 5 cards. Do you do deck donation leagues? Sure do. $30. All you gotta do is jump in the Discord and post up in the deck dono channel, and then we'll set up a future time to do it. Easy as pie. I'm kind of thinking dig through time might be worse than treasure cruise also. Costing one more mana has mattered once already, but double blue specifically kind of rough. Easy dig. Guess we'll just take JC and play next turn. You votes on Cruise? Yeah, maybe. How do you feel about Mentor? We have TPI right now. They're very similar. TPI costs one less mana, which is a big deal. And it was very good the first time we played it, so. Fable? Okay. Let's go for JC. And then we can hold on to the Mox Amber, right? I kind of want to loot it away. If they play creature next turn, we can Radiant Flames. Otherwise, we can just wait till this flips and then Radiant Flames. Just kind of give them a bunch of free mana with the Goblin, not worry too much about it. TPI over Healy and Cruise over Dig lets you play Gigantha. And Gigantha is a pretty big game with JAC. Just having some extra card to discard is pretty good. That might be worth. I think Saheeli's very good in the main deck, though, Parallelogram. So far, it's been nice. Just doesn't die to Stomp or whatever. Sheoldred. Well, that's one I can't beat. Well. Do we just have no way to kill Sheoldred in the 75? I can bounce it? That's crazy, right? Huge mistake. Maybe Soul Partition should be in the deck after sideboard. Yeah, that's so sickening. I don't think I can beat this card. That makes me sad. I really wish I had killed this last turn, but maybe I just shouldn't have done the research desk, or I should have just considered not locking my turn next turn. That sucks. Yeah, we already have the Soul Partition in the sideboard. I just don't know. Just not even gonna loot. Destroy Evil? Yeah, that's a nice one. There's a lot of ways we can go. Destroy Evil is a really nice one, actually. Because it can kill either half of Fable. I don't really want the portables in this matchup too much. What kind of cat do you have? I have 4. They're all mutts. There's one that's all black, one that's Maine Coon mix. It's like gray and dark and like gray, black, and white. And then there's one that's like really bright white with gray, and another that's orange with some white stripes. All right. Well, we basically just can't. All right. Let's play TPI. Let's make some tokens. I'm not going to loot. And then we'll play Emery. We can actually JC Emery kill them. If they don't kill Emery, we can Mox Ember kill them next turn, right? Or make infinite things. If all they do is play a creature, we're fine. If they don't kill Emery, we're fine. We just don't loot. All right, so now they can copy, kill. What if they kill TPI instead, though, huh? Well, we had a shot. I don't think that we can do it anymore. I guess I Tormod's Crypt once to loot. Just to try to draw a dig. Mr. Research Desk gives us another turn. I think. It's like sweet. Yeah, this was probably a bad attack. I don't think it really matters though. Like kill this, we chump. Get to block with Emery now. Well, we'll never get the chance. It doesn't matter. You win. Close one though. We're gonna keep. Titan. I mean, it hasn't been yet, but I think that some decks that decide one of those two cards should play Young Pyromancer if there's no negative effect because of that specifically, because that's the type of card that you want against like blue-white control. And yeah. Uh-oh. Mono red? Mono red? Any mono redders in chat? Discard Helix, I think. Wonder if BR's worth it? Yeah, I don't think so either, Digital. I was thinking the same thing just now. I think considering BR can both be replaced. The rest of the combo, like Emery, Jeskai Ascendancy, filling your graveyard for dig, Mishra's Work Desk, all seem pretty awesome. Alright, we'll just play this on blue. Gonna get this in play. I don't really know what they're playing. It's probably mono red, but like no play on 1 or 2 means they probably just have like shocks in hand. And if I just play Emery, it's gonna die. So now I can, you know, maybe find Sihili or something before I do that. Get to the point where Emery only costs 1 instead of 3. Oh, it's another Rakdos mid again. Rakdos everywhere, yeah. I guess it's probably not the best matchup for us, but I think we can change that. I think we can just be more interactive. I think we could, like, this card seems pretty weak. We could just play fucking Fire Impulse or whatever, you know? I just think this adds so much to Emery being powerful that we just get to free roll Emery Jeskai Ascendancy. And then we just play, like, Jeskai Ascendancy mid-range or whatever, you know? Oh, I'm gonna block. They stomp, that's fine. What's up, Jones? Maybe Digital. It just doesn't feel like that's the case, though, you know? Like, I feel like if I was able to interact, maybe it would be slightly better. Like, I think Bitter Reunion is okay, but it could be anything. Like, this doesn't have to be Bitter Reunion. The reason it's Bitter Reunion is because the 1-mana thing being able to give haste is kind of cool. I just don't know that it's worth it, you know? All right, well, let's see if we can beat that thing. Not having answers of Shield Red is a huge punt. So we can give, oh, we just win, right? All right, never mind. Bitter Reunion stays. How do you win from here? Attack with 2,000 creatures, Makubi. I will keep. This hand is very good against discard and pretty weak against spot removal. But I think that's a good place to be after sideboard. You just kind of swap your vulnerabilities. So that's very cool. I agree. Bitter Reunion is a weird one. I didn't really like it until just now, right? The first time you give something haste and kill your opponent with, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, I see. Misery's Shadow. Great draw. I'm going to go ahead and make a 1/1. Just take it. All right, cool. Push on my things fine. Pump your things fine. This means no land. Perfect. All right, I'm going to just play JC, I think. Next turn we can go Saheeli, land, Bitter Union, make some tokens. Rule boats. Is there some combo that's infinite with Saheeli that I don't know about? I don't think so. So let's go blue, red, 1. I'm gonna pitch Steam Vents. Maybe I should have played something else. I don't know. Discard Croxa, makes sense. Yeah, it does kind of give it haste though, Dickon Coffee, so that's kind of cool too. I really didn't want a Bitter Reunion because I didn't really want to discard Third Path or the Jeskai Ascendancy. Maybe it's okay to discard the second Jeskai Ascendancy though, you know? Coming Third Path's pretty good. Yeah, we'll probably try to do that next turn if we have enough loyalty on it. I'm planning to chump block Soldier on Shadow. Let her take 3. That's brutal. We're gonna need a good top deck now. All right. Well, we need a good draw here. That is probably not quite good enough, but we can go here, here. Play Tormaz, make 2 tokens. And then we get one from Emery. We get a loot. We'll fill our graveyard. Easy attack on this. I think no attack on this is actually okay. It's just a Mox Amber. I don't really care if it dies at this point. Yeah, it's normally pretty good, but not when you have no cards in hand, you know. But it's an extra token for 2 loyalty, which I think is worth in this spot. At least we didn't draw a land. Something that might be, I don't know, maybe something like Fable and Treasure Cruise are worth considering in the deck too. I think there's a lot of ways you can take the deck. I think just the idea of Jeskai Ascendancy with Mr.'s Research Desk now alongside Emery just means that you get to free roll Emery Jeskai Ascendancy in your Is It Good Stuff deck. And however you surround it's fine, but I think Consider's been pretty bad. The Bitter Union did let me combo kill last turn or last game when I didn't think I should have been able to, so that was kind of cool. Gotta get jacked. That's true. All right, so this has to get blocked. Fine to just do some trading. Need a Mishra's Research Desk, chat. This is an okay draw. Just have to take Consider since we can't dig this turn. I don't know what this does here. I guess I can use it to blink my Saheeli or my Archaeologist. Archaeologist felt great, Savantir. Actual great. Some stuff feels not as good, but still okay. Maybe I should have main phased it on this. Maybe not, though. All right, so now they can Croaks me. Well, they can't Croaks me if I kill this thing right now. Unless they have a land in hand. Nice one, Jones. All right, well, the Retraction Helix could have let me kill them, but I didn't have a card in hand to keep it, so I got to throw it back. It looks fucking cool, right, Snap? Yeah, I think we got to keep the Croaks off the table though, and them targeting this just makes it too juicy. Like it's too easy, too close to a time walk from them doing that. So this can be a 5. So we're gonna block. I think we're gonna block with these two. Force them to pump twice. They can kill the archaeologist or the token, not both. Why not crypt them? I forgot I had Tormod's Crypt in play. It's not usually relevant against them. I just forgot it was there, to be honest. Hello there. Yeah, I should have definitely just crypted them and during the Fable trigger on the stack. They're letting it die, it looks like. No, they're ordering blockers. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. All right, so Healy's still alive. All right, any good top decks, chat? We got a bunch of good top decks. That is not one of them. It's just Tormod's Cryptum. Say go. That's a shady block? That was a good ass block. What are you talking about? Force them to use their mana. We have to chub block anyway. Losing the Faluji is like whatever. Shade. While streaming. While playing. Alright, so we'll just do 1-on-1. Right? I guess they can crew attack. Saheeli's gonna die if they send everything, right? So let's just let Saheeli die if that's what they do. And then we can draw a Retraction Helix, we can draw Dig Through Time, some loot. There's some cool loot effects that we can do. Yeah, so everything's going to Saheeli down. Just a couple of rounds with my nieces and nephews, Jones, over the holidays. But I'm planning on playing it a bunch over the next couple weeks. It was pretty fun. All right, shields are down, chat. Let's see what we can do. Another land, chat. So now we're not dead next turn. New Fall Guys so fun. Is it the new maps that are fun, or is it just Fall Guys is fun? Because I'm under the impression that Fall Guys is just fun. All right, we're just gonna take it. Oh yeah, we do that every now and then, hot girls. I love Fall Guys, and we play it with chat all the time. All right, 3 lanes in a row. We'll just go on. They're just gonna do these and combo kill us. Okay. I think we got a mulligan this one. I hate mulliganing in the matchup, but I think that's a mulligan. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna put back Odawara. We're gonna play Desk on 1. The maze one? No, so there's one, there's like 5 different areas. There's a center and then like 4 blocks surrounding, and like you can jump between them and stuff. And there's blast balls, and that one's not really a maze. It's just like, I don't know. There's nothing pressuring you to do anything, and except for the other players, and most players are too timid to do anything. So like you just do nothing. And the ones that are not timid, you just leave them alone, right? Just run away from them. Remember Arkham's Astrolabe? I do. Arkham's Astrolabe's sweet. Yeah, that never happened to me though, Tim. I literally just, I don't know. I died because I jumped off once on accident. I was also playing on a Switch and it's a little laggy. Alright, well, Hearse is whatever. They didn't kill my thing. I'm just gonna attack for one. We'll EOT research desk. What do you and Callie do together if not SUV slash Fall Guys? Movies, TV shows, dinner, drinks, cooking, sitting in the kitchen drinking wine, listening to music, talking shit. I don't know. Every day is different. We don't go anywhere. We don't do anything. We don't talk to nobody. On Tuesday, she has a group of people over for just hanging out, doing whatever. And then I go play poker at a friend's house. But every other day of the week is just me sitting at home. Yeah, we lose the we lose Sahili if we do that Savantier, but that might be okay. I kind of think TPI might be better anyway. All right, do we take archaeologists? Probably. Ah, whatever. Maybe this was bad. Maybe I should be using this to unearth, but then I lose this, so that means maybe I should have took the land. I feel like I punted this game. Can also bid a reunion and look for a land. I don't hate that. That way we get a token before our Iconoclast or Emery dies. The problem is we just don't have a good way to punish. Yeah, it sucks. I'm gonna offer the trade, maybe, maybe not. Punish for the tap lands. A lot of my lands soon are tapped here, so I probably should have just played this instead. Save this for another turn. Losing the excavator is pretty bad. I was trying to gamble a little bit, but I think I should have A, taken the land, and then B, maybe even just reanimated the unearth thing this turn instead. I'm still getting used to playing with the research desk, and I feel like I've punted with it multiple times. Anyone in chat go to Toronto RC? A lot of my friends did. Shield Red's annoying. I feel like every opponent just has an ass load of hate for my matchup. But I think maybe that just means I'm just getting splash damage too badly. I feel like we can rebuild this deck to be much better, though. Yeah, multiple people have said that already, so I don't know. It's just tough. They just have so much, and Shield Red is annoying. And our deck doesn't have any answers to Shield Red, which is just a... I don't know if it's an oversight or intentional, but it feels really bad. All right. Cheeky Thoughtseize. Cheeky Brickies. Yeah, Shield Red is just kind of a nightmare. We were talking about Destroy Evil as a good answer, just because it can come in other matchups. All right, we'll let Shahili take 4 down to 1. They're going face. Okay. Letting me have the hearse here is very strange. Letting me have the hearse turn. I think it might be hard to actually kill because we don't have JC, but I just don't think Valor Stance is going to save you enough. All right, I'm out. All right, last round. Then we'll maybe make some changes. All right, we're here for the last match of the league. Our 2 losses so far were to Rakdos midrange, and now we have to figure out. We keep this hand, I think. Start with the research desk. I kind of want to hold on to the crypt for. We have the tempo crypt play with Saheeli on 3, just to get a token off of it. Yeah, maybe Savanter. I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. Also, maybe I should just not even play Research Desk. I just turn 1 this, turn 2 Bitter Union. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just not using my mana to be... Like, my mana is just not being used efficiently, right? Like, if Bitter Union were just a creature that drew a card when you cast it or whatever, it might be better. Just, like, this is a cool card because it adds haste to Emery in some weird spots and could maybe be part of comboing or whatever. But, like, I don't know, man. All right, well, we just have to try to combo kill them. So let's just Bitter Union, pitch us a Healy. We'll just hopefully be able to cast Jeskai Ascendancy next turn. Well, we didn't draw, but we did draw Archaeologist, so maybe we can play that as a speed bump. I'm going to probably Research Desk looking for a land if I don't draw one. If I do draw a land naturally, I'll probably just play JC instead. Just no one fucking plays this card anymore, but I'm in the 2-2 bracket. What a bummer. Maybe an Archaeologist looking for Portable Hole? I mean, actual Eidolon is, like, not something I played against in a long time. This kind of sucks. And I missed. Just throw up in my mouth a little. I guess he's a 1/4 now. It's not irrelevant. Lightning Strike on my 1/4 is more than fine. Found the hole. Land would be great. That's pretty good too. We'll go to 10. We'll hit the Eidolon, and I'm going to main phase the dig, I think, so we can look for a land, and our land might be tapped, so... Is it just Helix? We can use Saheeli maybe to give haste so the Helix can kill. Do we want lands? Probably. Not the best dig in the world. Next time we go Saheeli, Tormod's Crypt. We can Helix if we need to make an extra token to not die. But it won't do anything that turn. Dead to land next turn if they tapped out. I mean, we don't have this in play, right? So, like, getting this into play and then a token is very difficult. All right, we drew land. I need explain to me how they're dead. I need to know if in case I just don't know what's going on. I just need to know. Oh, okay. All right, never mind. All right, so we just Saheeli token. Yeah, if the Ascendancy was in play, they're dead to the combo. Bitter Union's got some really cool uses, Titan. I agree. I feel like this deck just needs the main deck TPI. I think we should just play some more things to make it lower to the ground, but TPI just seems like it should be a main deck card. The Saheeli seems interesting, but TPI just lets me start churning early, and then they're maybe in trouble. Hazoret. Okay. So, Hazoret, see, this is, if their last card's Shock, we can still survive with the Helix blocking. 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like their last card is Shock, and they're just thinking if they want to play it now or wait. But we kind of need the Helix to kill them next turn. So we don't want to have to burn the Helix. I don't lose to Shock if I play the Helix now, but I lose to Shock if I just move to blocks. I think I have to try to... I think I just hope they don't have it. They're going after Saheeli. Everything's at Saheeli, huh? So we just let Saheeli die, play Ascendancy, go for Helix, kill them, right? What's CPI? Third Path Iconoclast. I just refuse to say the whole thing every time. All right, so we go white, red, blue, JC. If they have a Shock, we're dead. Let's hope they don't. All right, they don't. Most people haven't seen the Retraction Helix stuff because it was like a standard only combo for a long time. But like, it's funny because it's just another... There's just a bunch of infinite combos in the deck. And Retraction Helix is just another one of them. We've been talking about the whole time Savannah tier. So far, the things that aren't really meshing with me are Consider. The Saheeli seems a little expensive, and Dick Through Time being double blue is occasionally awkward. But we don't have interaction, so raw card advantage like Treasure Cruise is maybe not good enough. I don't know if we really want Gigantha. Like, obviously, if we have JC on the table, we get to keep just like looting over and over again. But I want like more artifacts for Emery. You know, I want more. I just think maybe playing 4 Third Path Iconoclast is better. Not sure though. All right, so what were they? Mono red. So we got Radiant Flames and some portable holes. And they probably have Chain Whirler. I don't know that I want to bring in TPI. Partition might be okay. We can trim an Amber, trim the Jaces. Just things that die to Shock. Dig's fine. We can trim a Helix. We're gonna keep just because we can potentially draw into red source for Radiant Flames, which is gonna be pretty good. And we have a portable hole. Turn one tap thing, okay? Next turn we can play Tormod Script Emery. We can play portable Tormod Script Emery too, actually. Just sweet. I'll play this on blue. Yeah, I do really like those old Herald of Angushes as well. We have another portable in the graveyard. Rolling Vortex. Cool. Alright, so it's just if mana's, let's see. Cast a spell if no mana was spent. So we're definitely spending mana. Bergie and one-man artifacts work with Retraction Helix. I mean, Bergie works with all the same shit in the deck, right? So maybe Bergie's actually it. Maybe Bergie's sweet. Start with the desk. I think I'll just take the land, right? First three permanents they play: Eidolon, Eidolon, Rolling Vortex. Yeah, I don't want more 3-mana things either. I want to reduce the curve. I want to play 1s and 2s. I think going up to 4 portable is fine. Well, EOT cracked the research desk looking for another thing. I was kind of hoping they would just play a bunch of creatures and we would just Radiant Flames them out, you know? The Dawn. It's probably worth now. Let's see. Let's just take the land so we can Emery plus Radiant Flames plus land. Yeah, basically we're basically just unlocking Emery in the format now because we have something akin to Bobble. It's not as good as Bobble, obviously, but it is in the same ballpark. And for Pioneer, it is very close. Yeah, more holes, more TPI, I think is the way to go. I guess the land is a guaranteed play. So take another Radiant Flames and Jeskai Ascendancy. Play land, play Archaeologist. We'll go to 10. Hope I don't die. It doesn't really work with Helix Seeker because whenever you're like, you don't get to untap the Springleaf Drum. It works with like a legendary thing, maybe. I don't know. Brand. Okay. So we're gonna take 5. They have no cards in hand. Okay. All right. So we go Jeskai Ascendancy. We should have the kill, right? All right, well, we've won. If I misclick, just know that we've won. Because I can bounce their thing and then play a spell and untap. This is infinite. It's infinite buff, and then I just have to untap my thing again. So let's just return you. Now they know they don't have a blocker. We don't want to play Saheeli because of the Ferocidon. GG. All right. Let's talk about the deck before we go. All right, so here we go, chat. This is the Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck that has been doing well recently in leagues. And I gotta say that, honestly, the deck feels pretty impressive. I think that it could use some work, but the core of the deck is strong. And the thing that is the strongest is adding Mishra's Research desk alongside Emery, Lurker, the Lock. All of these other combos already existed. Jeskai Ascendancy, Emery with a 0 in the graveyard, like Tormod's Crypt, was infinite. Jeskai Ascendancy plus Retraction Helix plus a 0 in a creature is infinite. These are things that have already existed in the deck in the past. So the new X Factor is Research Desk, being able to grind a fair game alongside Emery and being another cheap thing we can play early that turns Emery on. What I like about the deck, I like all of the newer additions. Mishra's Research Desk, I like Philology, Archaeologist. I think both were relatively strong. Archaeologist being a body that can block was nice, but also later in the game, it doesn't have Defender, so it can attack with Jeskai Ascendancy. So you're able to just like combo kill your opponents a bunch in spots where you might not necessarily need to. Jace VP works along with Mox Amber, but I think that you can probably get away with cutting it. I think you can maybe get away with cutting 1 or 2 Bitter Reunion. I think Third Path Iconoclast, in order to reduce the curve, might deserve a slot in the main deck over Saheeli. Obviously, you're more vulnerable to some stuff, but I think that's okay. Saheeli's not really integral to the combo, so it's really just a token generator that dodges traditional spot removal. But Rectos, midrange, and most decks in general just have an answer to Saheeli. Dreadbore, just attacking it down is kind of annoying sometimes. And really, you just want that extra card to be able to go wide or to play defense. And Third Path just seems like a great card for doing exactly that. So maybe TPI comes into the main deck, we trim Saheeli. Maybe Dig Through Time becomes Treasure Cruise if we do that. And honestly, what I'm really missing in the deck is more interaction. And so it's possible that the shell of Emery Research Desk Jeskai Ascendancy is just so powerful that you can just shoehorn it into like a normal Is It deck and just play, you know, Fire Impulse or Strangle or some other cheap removal spells. And I'm not sure what those cheap removal spells would be necessarily, but that's the type of thing that this deck can do. And I think that that's the direction that we do want to take it in the future. But I'm going to save that for another day. Our only 2 matches that we lost were to Rakdos. We did have some close calls in some other spots, but the deck bailed us out in some cool with some cool interactions, and was able to fight through hate pretty well in a couple different matchups, as well as provide hate of its own in a few. I really like the Tormod's Crypts. In addition to the Mox Ambers, I had a couple spots where exiling my opponent's graveyard was great. Only needing the 1 Tormod's Crypt instead of 2 Mox Amber allowed me to combo with JAC and Retraction Helix and Emery. Or sorry, JAC and Emery, not Retraction Helix. The The sideboard, I think, is really up in the air. Soul Partition is interesting, but ultimately I think it's a little too slow. The 2 more portable in the sideboard should likely be in the main deck as extra pieces of interaction. They make Emery cost less, and they can be found off of Emery to bring back from the graveyard, which I think is excellent. The silences, I know why they're there, but I don't know that they're necessary. The Radiant Flames were okay, but when I'm doing Third Path Iconoclast stuff, they felt a bit worse. So maybe we find something that's a little more one-sided, or something that doesn't affect our own stuff. That's all I got. The mana base felt fine. I didn't get color screwed too often. The dig through times, again, being double blue is the only contentious point. Saheeli costing 3 is a contentious point. Bitter Reunion has uses, multiple uses. Could definitely see it staying in the deck, but my cuts are like these and maybe 1 Retraction Helix, right? Like these can all probably go without affecting the core of the deck too much. I think Mox Amber just being an accelerant for Emery as well as a payoff for when Emery's on the table is okay. I don't know. I'm going to do some work on the deck and we'll hopefully come back with something cool next time. Anyway, that's going to do it for the stream today, chat. Make sure to hit the follow button if you're new to the channel. I'm going to go start prepping for dinner, and I'll be back tomorrow, though. We'll be playing some more Pioneer. There's some really cool decks on the docket coming up. I'm going to be going back to some more 8PZ at some point in the near future. We had a long break from Thanksgiving, so appreciate y'all coming back and hanging out. We had a lot of people in chat today.